Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Burns number 597 concealed satin chrome plated brass UL surface bolt. Let's take a look at it. Here it is, a modern, very clean style bolt. That's obviously the business end. The 597 is what this is, and 626 is a reference to the finish. It's going to have lots of brass involved on the piece. Not all of it is going to be brass, certainly. I don't know if any of it's going to be brass. Now the magnet says it's not, so I'm going to go with it. This is satin chrome over a steel-based material. The end is hollow there, and I'll explain that in a moment. That's it projected. Now the reason that that end is hollow is so that you can get to the screw holes in order to mount the item. It'll slide right off, and that's how it's supposed to be. And that's the bolt assembly with the flat spring. Now after you get it positioned and you get the holes drilled and tapped or secured, you can slide this and bring it to where it has to go. Then another part that you're going to have included, you'll notice there's a hole here and another one here, here. The larger hole of the two is the important hole. You'll have the end block and its threaded insert. Okay. Now this side is threaded, the other side is not. Once you determine exactly where you're going to install the item based on the large hole, if you want it here, if you want it here, or wherever it's going to be installed, you will slide the non-tapped hole towards the larger of the two holes, and then insert the included threaded pin down in. It's slotted. You'll be able to tighten that. To complete your installation. There you go. Okay. Let's go over the dimensional properties of the item. Overall length of the body, when it's in the project, well, it doesn't matter, but the overall length is 8 inch. That's where the 8 inch obviously comes from. So that's it in the retracted position. So when we extend it, you will have a 1 inch projection, 1 inch throw. Width of the bolt, about 7/8. Thickness of the bolt, about 1/2 inch. Okay, got that handle down here, and that's fixed. You don't remove that at all. That's been riveted down. Not riveted, it's been peened down. You will also get the strike. The strike can act as obviously it can act as a surface strike and as a mortise or a rim-mounted strike as well. So you can enter the bolt this way, or you can enter the bolt this way. Okay. However you're going to install it, surface mount or rim mounted, or up into the header if you've got an outswinging door. Interior doors, in-swinging doors, you'll obviously approach it. You've got your holes in the backside, so either like this or possibly like this. Okay. You will get then this would be called a mortise strike. Very large piece of strike material. I missed some dimensions. Let's go over that. Overall width of the surface strike, 1.5 inches. Overall depth, looks like it's 1 inch. Overall projection, about 7/8. The mortise strike, some people might call this a surface strike as well, but mortise is how I would know this. 3 inch by 1 inch. Okay, so then it's a very heavy strike. I'm going to say that that's every bit of 1/8 of an inch thick. You're then going to get a screw package. You're going to get machine screws, and you're going to get flathead sheet metal screws, and a couple of plastic anchors should you want to install this down to the floor, concrete floor, whatever it might be. Okay. There is a link below this video to installation instructions, and basically they give you locations by which to position the bolt and then drill and tap for the holes. Drilling and tapping is really important with a surface bolt, provided you have ample, steel thickness there, minimum 14 gauge, they say, in order to create the holes that you need tapped for that. And those holes, those are 1224 thread, so it's the same as the hinge, machine thread for a hinge. The rest of the installation instructions call out, position the bolt, mark the holes, drill and tap, or whatever you're going to do. Through bolting would be good, sex bolting. Attach the bolt guide to the door, which again is this after I removed this item. Slide the bolt head over, put in your end filler cap, and tighten that down like I had said earlier. Align strike with bolt and fasten. So get the bolt located where it's going to be, then position the strike, mark those holes, drill them, attach the strike, top or bottom, wherever you're going to go. Now, a lot of people will like this this 597 bolt because it's clean. It's a clean installation. Okay, doesn't have exposed fasteners, and some people just simply prefer it. I did not give you the overall thickness and then projection. So it's about 3/4 thickness, and then to the end of the knob, you're at about 1.5 inches. Okay? There is extended description information below this video, which says concealed surface bolt, and it is UL listed. Okay, should that be important for you? And it likely could be. If you're dealing with a UL listed bolt, would be very appropriate for a pair of fire-rated doors, maybe to a electrical closet where not both doors are required to have self-closing devices because no one is living on the opposite side of that room. And whatever else the code says. I'm not familiar with all of the facts regarding that, but there is code that says something to that effect. Satin chrome finish, fully concealed mounting design, which enhances the appearance and security. You can't get to the screws. Furnished with a universal top strike and then a flat bottom strike. Okay. Now, finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Burns products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website where you can review not only their ever-evolving, ever-improving website, but then finally a link to the full product catalog. I'm partial to Burns, and it's because they are exceptional in terms of a confluence of value, quality, customer service, technical support, and shipping lead times. If you're doing trim and auxiliary work on a project, small or large, give Burns a look before you make a final decision. If you have any questions on the 597 or any other Burns product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you very much.